Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jokent and I scored 7.5 in IELTS exam in 2022. In upcoming year in 2026, I'm aiming for 8.5. So today I'm gonna practice the task 2 of writing. So let's get started. So this is the procedure that I'm going to take for today. First, I'm gonna learn the basic rule of writing task 2. And second, I'm gonna take a look at do's and don'ts. I'm gonna learn some useful languages depending on the task type. And I will actually start writing the essay. I'm gonna practice with the Cambridge IELTS Academic Book 18. So you will also see the questions later. After writing the essay, I will get the feedback from the AI and I'm gonna revise my essay based on the feedback. So let's take a look at some basic rules. For minimum workouts, we need to write at least 250 words, but we should aim for around 290 to 330. It's not also a good idea to write a lot of words. For time management, we need to spend around 40 minutes on task 2, because task 2 is going to give you more points. We always need to plan before we start writing something. So for planning, we should spend around 5 or 7 minutes so that we can ensure that we don't miss any relevant points from the questions. And we need to write for 30 minutes. For proofreading, it should be around 3 to 5 minutes. For structures, introduction and conclusion, for body paragraph 3 is optional to not go off the question. So we need to address every part of the prompt. Prompt is the clues from the question. And we have to stick to formal writing style. We need to avoid the contractions and we cannot use slangs. We shouldn't also write down some personal anecdotes unless it is asked from the question. Speaking of tools, we need to plan our main points and examine it before writing. So we should do it at the beginning 5 or 7 minutes. And we have to use a wide range of vocabularies and grammars. And we need to link the ideas very clearly by using cohesive devices. It's like linking phrases, however, in contrast, moreover, furthermore, depending on your sentence. So we also need to present a clear position. So we should only present one main idea for each paragraph. These are for those. So for those, we shouldn't repeat the same phrases too often. That means we shouldn't use for more than twice. We shouldn't use overly cautious and emotional languages. For example, like I think it's awesome. And we must avoid the emoji as well. We need to support our ideas. Let's say we have got one main idea, eating chocolate is bad. And we need to have one or two support idea why eating chocolate is bad, because it can damage our teeth and it can lead to diabetes, something like that. We shouldn't also overcomplicate our sentences. Clarity is more important than trying to make complex sentences. So we need to find the balance between that. So I'm gonna present some useful languages. For opinion essays, like the question, to what extent do you agree or disagree? For intro, we can start with these languages. It is often argued that, completely agree that, I partially agree that, or you can also use this nice word, I partially agree that. For body paragraphs, we can present the main idea by using these phrases. One strong argument in favor of this is. Another reason why I support this view is that. For conclusion, I firmly believe that, so you have to show your position, whether you agree or disagree. For number 2, we've got discussion essays, like the questions, discuss both views, and give your own opinion. For introduction, we can use these phrases. Some people believe, whereas others argues, it shows parallel structures. And we also need to have the essay blends. For example, this essay will examine both perspectives, and you can also state your opinions in the conclusion. So for body paragraphs, we can use these languages. Supporters of the first view, in contrast, other points out. For conclusion, after considering both sides, I'm convinced that, and then you can state your opinion. For advantages and disadvantages essay, for introduction, we can use these languages. It's true that both positive and negative aspects. Same thing, we can also present the essay blend. This sentence should be at the end of the first paragraph. For body, we can use these languages. On the one hand, on the other hand, however, for conclusion, we can also use these languages. Although there are some disadvantages, I believe the advantages outweigh them. For problem and solution essays, the example question should be like this. We can introduce by saying nowadays, and same thing essay blends. For body paragraphs, these are some linking phrases. It's a good idea to learn them so that we can apply them where they are needed. For conclusion, we can say in summary, and we can also have some parallel structure. Why poses serious challenges, effective steps can be taken to address it. So another questions type is called direct questions. This is the example of direct questions. For introduction, we can use these languages. This track has emerged. Emerge is same as here. And again, essay blend, very important. and we can use those languages. One key factor, in my view, we can also use these languages for the previous essay types where they are appropriate. And to conclude, this development stems from, and I believe it is, and you say whether positive or negative. Great, so now it's time for me to take action. Alright, so I have finished writing down the essays, but I forgot to click the record button, so that's a shame that I missed the process. These are the notes that I have written down. I hope you can see it more clearly in that way. So I spent around 5 minutes making notes for 5 paragraphs. Since this is the opinion essays, I try to have 2 paragraphs about agreement and a paragraph about disagreement. And in conclusion, I restate that why I want to support this view, accordingly with the 2 paragraphs that I've written. So you can take a look. I've also got a feedback from the ChatGPT, so I will make a comparison between my essays and ChatGPT essays. Science plays the important part in our role and important part in our role, so I think I made the article mistake. Oh, research is uncountable, so I shouldn't say researches. I believe the primary aim of science. For this view, we can revise it into perspective. Prevented a global health crisis from worsening. Wow, that's good, worsening. Without containing them, without scientific progress in medicine. Treating life-threatening diseases would be far more difficult. Wow, I like that grammar pattern, far more difficult. So for me, I write it in a positive way. Absolutely treatable. Significantly improve the global economy. Science makes people rich. Improve the global economy. Wow. Now revolutionize international trade. Allowing countries similarly have simplified, boosting productivity, improving accuracy, reducing human error in industry ranging from healthcare to finance. Some critics. So instead of using some people all the time, we can use some critics. Exploring the universe, exploration. The search for subatomic particle costs a fortune, require enormous funding, taking in property, improving basic living conditions, appear costly and impractical. Alright, so that's the end of my practice. I believe that I will do better for writing opinion essay next time. And thank you so much for watching so far, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.